so far here on the Bravo stream, and hopping in towards the west side of the United States. It's going to be a Pacific Division match here in the A division of things. It's going to be California State University Long Beach, their gold roster, versus New Mexico State University. We're going to be starting off on Crossroads Strike Hardpoint. The entire lobby is all set. We're already loaded into the match here, brother. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off.
I am hoping for not another 3-0. I've been cursed lately on this Bravo channel of getting 3-0s, but hopefully we get a close one here from CSULB Gold and North. I can't even speak NMSU Esports, but I mean, off to a quick start here as Gold is going to be on the hill now and just trying to pick up some time here, and they got to try to flip these spawns out going towards P2.
Colors are just backwards, so just keep that in mind that Zinthos is playing for New Mexico State University, and we have Gyozo, Prism Hunter, Randy D, and Flizzle be your Long Beach Gold roster. So you already heard Cruising talking about you want to break inside this P2 area. That's where a lot of time can be built, but you got a lot of time that P1 does exist to try to start working across these angles, across the P1 tank, across the catwalk. But so far, not so good for Cali State University Long Beach. They've been thwarted on a handful of times. New Mexico State University doing a great job of just zoning them away. Haven't got as much time as they would like, but they're still holding on to the P2 spawns.
Yeah, they're holding on to exactly what they want to be holding on to start this off, and they're going to be able to hop on in and get some early time here. And they're spawning out. They're spawning out Long Beach so far out right now, so it's exactly what they want to do. But as I say that, one of the players actually going to be able to hop on into the hill, cleaned up pretty quickly. But what that does is it buys his team enough time to get on over and try to contest onto this hill now as well.
Break from the front is going to be successful. There's going to be a few pesky members still existing, and that's just the spawns really coming all the way through there for New Mexico High. And they're just able to come right back in with numbers. 30 seconds remaining inside of P2, and like now for Cali State University Long Beach, you're just thinking, well, we try to hit this one more time before we give up our spawns in full, because this could be an opportunity now for New Mexico as see a couple kills starting to come on through. They could try to start getting a little bit more landscape for their liking. See player number 6 on the minimap. It's going to be Zinthos. They're already by this cliff path. And to upset this big rock spawn would be massive. They have a gunfight. It's going to be Flizzle that takes them down. But in possession for P3 spawns for the time being is going to be CSULB.
Yeah, and what's so big for CSULB is they are able to hold on to these spawns for now. OA's here, though, trying to push his way on in. He's able to find 2. Can he get the 3rd? Yes, he can. Shots from the big door coming in big there. But once again, though, it's just the side of California State is spawning so close that it makes it so much easier. But a spawn flip does come in. So New Mexico going to be able to hop on into the hill shortly.
Yeah, just where I was saying that you can get a lot of time off P2. Think about it and just imagine when you have that big rock spawn, getting a lot of time off of P3, reinforcing with numbers, and then the slight little walk that you have over towards P4 with the tents. But Cali State, they are able to at least break things in, keeping things interesting. Just 9 seconds in between these two teams, keep in mind you. And with all the kills that you're seeing coming through for New Mexico State, you would think that they would be able to zone away more of California State University Long Beach, but very tight as far as the first 3 hills are concerned. Slight low contention does come through, but it's the big rock spawns in possession for New Mexico, and they're so holding them. In fact, they might just be able to really start getting their lead going. As if P4 does end up popping, they will be here first.
Yeah, what's great for New Mexico State is they were able to not only get in and get a lot of the time there on P3, but now they're set up for P4. And set up they are as they continue to just rain fire down here. It's looks like a player from the side of California State was able to flank on into the back. It's gonna be Ozzy, so able to hop on in and be able to flip these spawns out. So great flip there coming in from the side of California State as they look to hold on and grab some more time here.
And NMSU, they are 1-1. They beat University of Utah Crimson Gaming here. And they suffered in 250 to 89 loss versus Arizona Wildcats, but things are very competitive in between these two teams. That's for damn certain. Decent amount of time, not the majority of P4. It hasn't gone over towards the game clock. It's going to come in the favor for New Mexico State University. So when it's all said and done, and towards a second set of hills, a slight lead has grown. The SMG presence for New Mexico State University has just been a lot to deal with when it comes down towards these breaks-ins and just overall holds. I mean, Jose at 24-11, 15-11 as well for Annie Canton. And just like that, as soon as the new set does come through, east side of the map is what you really want to be holding on to. It's going to be New Mexico State University.
Yeah, and I feel like every single time I watch Crossroads Hardpoint, it's either an absolute blowout or both teams it's a barn burner and you get down to the very nitty gritty of the end of the game. And oh my God, New Mexico going to be able to break on towards that P1 hill again, and they're going to be holding on to spawns once again heading in towards P2.
Anakin 18 and 11 on a 7 spree. Just going to take a minor reprieve for the time being. Just going to go hold that catwalk until the bat signal calls for them one more time. A little bit of a sprawl happening over by P1, but a lot more time actually coming over towards New Mexico State University than I'm sure Cali State University Long Beach would have wanted. I mean, it's a little bit of a split focus. Again, you're trying to hit through P1, through the Ice Lake as well, trying to break inside P2 spawns. All unsuccessful, but it's just a minor 20-point lead that Mexico State University currently hold over their adversaries. But it's the initial time will be good. Prism Hunter is holding inside of the hill. Enforcement's not too far away, keep in mind you, but Pinstripe Kill Feed, not going to be what you're looking for the time being, but it's Oze that breaks things in from the lake side. You got reinforcements of Zinthos not too far away. Randy D trying to hold things down from the back, just trying to block things out from the reinforcements coming through for New Mexico. But quick swap to the Diamati, couple headshots coming on through. It's going to be a little bit of a scuffle for the scrap time of P2 before we're really focused on for a rotation. And this is all good time for either of these two teams. Would love to stand tall, but a quick 2 in succession. It's a clean kill feed coming on through for Long Beach, and they're going to be able to at least get a little bit more time, but the close spawns from New Mexico, they'll get the last laugh at the scrap time.
And what I think California State is doing so good right now is they're able to hold on and get a lot of the scrap time so far. It's really what's keeping this game close because, as you said, they have been getting quite outslayed towards the top, towards the first half of this map. I mean, look at Ozzy, 28 and 16. He's absolutely going off right now. Anakin, once again, 22 and 15. So they're having some very good games for the side of New Mexico, but right now it just really looks like it's coming down to they're winning that scrap time, and that's just it's keeping them in this game.
For sure, keeping them in the game. I mean, when you're looking at the 11 and 9 and 14 and 12 of Hellboy and Zinthos, respectfully, it's just not meeting up necessarily. Jose and Anakin are just creating a lot of space, but Zinthos and Hellboy, they're just not there to capitalize on it. But towards the second set of hills, and for the side of Cali State, they're really starting to bite on back. In control of the hill, or the spawns for P4 for the time being, but in the hill is all New Mexico. Looking to at least try to work this north lane, trying to zone away in towards the big rock of those close spawns, but this is all good time. Keep in mind you, it's still a slight lead, but you're loving to get a lot of time off of P3 while the rest of your SMGs are trying to create space towards the back. Randy D trying to finesse. It's Oze with the Diamati. They're going to be able to find another kill to join with Hellboy. It's going to be 2 kills down, and as we move over towards P4, it will be New Mexico that is in possession for the time being. Close numbers coming on through for CSULB Gold. They might just be able to work their way inside this hill, but when you get an XM4 like Hellboy inside this hill, it may be stunned up for the time being. It is so hard to get them out of this setup, especially with the close spawns. Gyoza is going to try their best. It's going to be a team kill that does come on through. Prism Hunter now going to try their best at a long-range gunfight. It's going to have a little bit of help, but they're just trying to soak up as much time as possible, knowing that it's an NMSU that have the close spawns to reinforce the hill.
Yeah, the issue is NMSU, they're all right there. They're able to get on into the hill so easily. But now if you're the side of California State, you really got to try to push on towards the other side of the map and really try to flip these out. But the issue is player number 8 is pushed so far up to the map that it's continuing just to spawn them out deeper and deeper. This is just going to be a one-on-one for the hill now. Luckily for the side of California State, they were able to pick it up, but really not going to get any time from that on this last hill. And it's going to be around a 30-point lead now for the side of California State, sorry, for the side of New Mexico as they push on in.
I mean, this is just 60 seconds within the future. The New Mexico State University are looking towards P2 already. Within the third set of hills, they're trying to break the spawns already. They will be successful. And California State, I mean, they're trying to get time off of P1, but Jose says absolutely not. Randy D will cut them down after a nice little 2-piece. 37 and 21 for the young buck coming out of New Mexico State University. And join the likes of their duo, it may seem for Anakin at 32 and 22. It's quite a bit of engagements comparatively, but it's not necessarily the lead, again, that you would think would be there versus their adversaries. But 200-point mark, it has been reached. Nice Semtex to try to clear a little bit more space, try to contest the site. And it's going to be so far so good. Another 2-piece does come through for Anakin. Time's going to be decent coming on through for New Mexico State University. They're past that 200-point threshold and in possession of the P2 spot.
Yeah, and I mean, this has got to be one of the weirdest crossroad hardpoints I've ever seen. Both teams are just breaking so easily in towards each other. It doesn't seem like anybody can really get solid holds on, except for that one hill on P4 in the last set of rotations. And I mean, once again, we're going to have New Mexico set up inside the hill, only needing 25 seconds left to win, and they are spawning out California State so far that this is going to be very tough for them to be able to get on in. It's going to take at least, you would think, 10 seconds before they can even get on in and contest into this hill.
Jose with a nice little semtex just watches their fine work. They're 44 and 23, 245 to 179. Prism Hunter trying their best to work inside the hill. It's all unsuccessful. They're spawning out. The 250 point margin has been reached. Jose couldn't get that clean 50 bomb, but 250 to 179 is going to be the final scoreline.
I mean, I thought that going to continue to stay a lot closer, but New Mexico did a great game, really just stringing P1 and P2 together and just getting a ton of time. Secure the win for them. And I mean, I say P1 and P2, but they even held most of P4 on the second set of rotations as well. It was really after the P3 on set 2, they just hold on to everything, just string the hills together, and that's really what gave them the win. It was basically a tied game going into the P4.
This New Mexico State University, the esports squad, they the real deal as far as a contender is concerned. I mean, they've already faced CU Black, ASU Maroon. They've lost both of those matchups 0-3. They still have Oregon Green and Colorado Frost, two very good contending teams as far as the specific Division A or Pacific Area A division match is concerned. But they did beat those Arizona Wildcats in a map number 5, which is still an impressive feat given that they were in a top 25 leaderboard just last week. But a few losses away, you're off of that leaderboard that is still dominated by Ottawa. No one was surprised. But again, this seems like a very good squad to be able to come out on top of being a top 5 team for this division for the first split to cement themselves here with this match would be able to be in a good spot going on forward. The CSULB gold roster is not my first time watching over them as well. They've been able to have a few bright spots, but going inside the search and destroy, this is not one of them here, Cruz. They are 1-5, 16.6% win percentage on this map mode combo. It's going to raid where they're 1-3 as well. And this New Mexico State University roster, it doesn't seem like that they're slowing down anytime soon with how that hardpoint just went.
Yeah, they are definitely raid search is not their strong suit. You gotta even wonder maybe how this map gets in, if this should maybe even become an auto veto
True.
for them at some point when you're sitting at 1-4 on this map and mode in particular. Only win coming against Crimson, who is another team who is towards the bottom half of the standings. So basically, I don't want to say a free win, but a win that they definitely should have gotten. And I mean, if they really want to try to get towards the top half of the split, this is really a game that they want to win. They have to try to beat one of these teams who are in the top half so they can try to build up and get up and in towards the upper half of this division. But it's just hasn't looked great for them this season. Their win rate not there. They're only at a 33% win percentage right now, and it's tough to see. But I mean, their black team has been very good though, so I guess it's understandable being the B squad.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, again, this is the sister team to the California State University Long Beach, the Black roster that is currently 6-0. That is your number 5 team for the top 25 overall. And if you have not seen that yet, make sure you go to College Coach Twitter, drop a follow while you're just cruising on by to be able to see that top 25 big deal that everybody's really buzzing about inside this Discord that we're conversating in right now. But still, nevertheless, I mean, Gyoza, Flizzle, Randy, and Prism Hunter, you would think they might be able to get the trickle down. Will I mean, having a sister team, having another duo or another 4-player roster that you might be able to get some in-house scrims with, might be able to develop some pretty good habits, you would assume so. And this is, again, what it really comes down to. Again, these are collegiate athletes. So remember, they are focused on their studies first before they are focused on a career in esports. Sometimes it is going a little bit backwards. Sometimes you're good at the juggling effect. You could do both at the same time. But maybe you might just be able to see some of those sneaky little nuances come through for Search and Destroy and the control soon to follow. It's going to have to be at least one have to win at the end of the day if you want to be able to beat this New Mexico State University roster anyway. But the Raid Search and Destroy, again, hoping that you're going to be able to learn a few things coming off of those 3 losses into this match.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one thing that you really do have to take away. Maybe that's the reason they don't veto the map out. Maybe they feel like they've lost enough on it that they've gotten comfortable on the map. So, I mean, there is always that. One thing I would definitely be looking for is Yoza. I'd be looking for him to try to pick it up a little bit. It's currently sitting at a 0.68 S&D KD. So maybe if he can pick it up, bring that to around a 1 for this matchup and give his team a couple more kills, they can absolutely even it out. Maybe be able to pick up the round win. But raid search and destroy, it really comes down. They got to get that mid map control, and they got to stop the side of New Mexico from just really being in their face with the gunfire and just trying to hold them back and stopping them. Like I always say, good strategy can always be good gunfights.
You're absolutely right. And a lot of what you just ended up saying mostly just comes down to the SMG lineup. coming on through for CSULB Gold. You got to get your Slayers online here. And there's one thing about the Slayers for New Mexico State University. I would say that they're more than warm. They're heated. They're ready. Keep in mind, and even though Search and Destroy across all 3 game modes isn't exactly their strongest one, they have a 42.86% win percentage out of 4 maps on this map mode combo itself. I think that this is going to be a really scary place to be in because, again, the SMGs, defensively, you will get to the middle of the map first, inside of the rocks, with your AR looking overside a kitchen. But if it becomes an open opportunity, in the middle of the map becomes season for New Mexico State University, and those rotations are a free one for them, this could be a very scary spot to be in for a lot of rounds, both offense and defense. It doesn't really matter. New Mexico State University Esports, they seem to be the dictators of all the pace, but the lobby is all set and ready. We are loading inside of the Raid, Search, and Destroy, looking for the Slayers, California State University, Long Beach Gold. Let me see them.
Yeah, they absolutely need to make sure they're getting this map control. They don't want to give too much away to New Mexico off the rip here. They got to try to make New Mexico as uncomfortable as they can to start this map off. I think that would be their best way to throw something crazy at them. Start the game off 4 hit B, 4 hit A, like just do something wild, throw them off guard, try to get a good start to your map here. And it looks like they're going to be taking the bomb towards this B site to start off. But once again, just to start this off, it looks like they've already given up a lot of map control, and they're going to be just trying to play for a pick up in this top art area.
Player number 2, Prism Hunter, doesn't want to push through the Zig wall, given that, again, the Anakin is just right around. But here comes Jose, just hits it from the fountain side so fast. Prism Hunter says, "Nuh-uh-uh, you will not work this backline for free." So, advantage here, 4v3 going on forward for California State University Long Beach. Would love this kill on a Hellboy inside of Laundry. Would free up this B site ever more so. Gyoza's already very close, but it's starting to look like a rat back that they want to go towards A. All of this time that they've been thinking about what should we do with the bomb has given the opportunity for New Mexico to even up the odds 2v2.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate. You would have loved to have seen Prison Hunter pick up that kill there. And now Yoza is going to be trying to take this bomb around the side, but I believe Anakin spotted him out. So he's going to be on the chase here. And with only 20 seconds left, he should be able to pick up a kill. Teammates not going to be watching over, so bomb is going to be down. No plant in, and with only 14 seconds left and 2 players having him pinched, this is going to be a very, very tough situation for him to be able to win here.
No bomb plant, no quick trade, battle inside the bedroom. It's all New Mexico State University, even after being first blooded. No pressure through the map. The moment that they try to rotate, get timinged, and start to lose a few numbers once they try to work a few different angles, and it all just crumbles. It's just so punishing and Search and Destroy. When you try to make a play happen, come 26 seconds left in the clock, you get punished.
Yeah, I mean, it off so well. I believe that they were in a 4v3. Maybe I can't fully remember, but you would have loved to see when they pushed on towards the B bomb site, just push up and get the bomb down. Once you get the player Prison Hunter out, or sorry, Hellboy out of the top of it, you need to push up, get that bomb down. You had B control, and instead they decide to make the rat back. Not going to be the right play there, and it's looking like NMSU off the start of this round going to be hitting very aggressively towards A.
First line of defense will be Yoza. They hear the trophy system. They know that a player's close, but even standing upright, won't be able to see Anakin, who is just sticking the bomb. Close is going to find first blood. That's on a Hellboy, but you're hoping for a numbers advantage. Gyoza sees a player slip inside of Tiki, but they lose their life to the bomb planter. Got out scot-free. Even numbers again. The early first blood means absolutely nothing to New Mexico State University. 25 seconds now remaining. Randy D's going to get smoked out of the money window. It's off the Flizzle. They got a Craig 6. Nice 2-piece. Time the immediate consideration knows that there's a player inside a bedroom. That's going to be Zinthos. Nope. Yoink. No some text for you. Trophy system over by the bomb itself. 1v1. Zinthos gonna have to check this. Flizzle sees him. Won't be able to stay on it for too much longer. Mexico State University close out 2 rounds in a row.
I wonder from that edge laid down and stretched it if he would have been able to get it because of where that bomb was planted. That looked really interesting. He might have been able to stretch that around and get that bomb defused. But Zinthos, with good awareness, gonna pick up the kill there. And I mean, really good start for New Mexico so far here. I mean, 4-1, 3-1, just absolutely what you want to see out of Anakin and Zinthos.
NMSU, they have 2-6-2 wins versus CSU Rams, GSU Esports. They lost to a round 11 against the Wildcats of Arizona, but like pretty darn comfortable. Flizzle has 4 kills for their team. Randy D and Gioza is still waiting for their first, but just waiting patiently inside red prone. Oze will snap on you. First blood over towards New Mexico State University. Flizzle still holding on towards the bottom. They want to commit towards the B site, but Hellboy is still over here, and Randy D is trying to play just whack-a-mole, but it's Hellboy that gets the angle. He's going to be able to find 2. Now looking down driveway. Flizzle again left alive in a 1v3 has a Craig 6. Challenge down from the staircase is going to be good. New Mexico State University. 3 rounds up.
Yeah, they're looking very dominant in search and destroy. And I mean, this is pretty much what we expected to come out here in this game so far. Hellboy, that's just something that you just can't let happen without getting a trade there, right? Like you got to be able, like, he picks up the first there, that's great and all, but then you let him swing around, get the second, and then get away with his life. That's just something you just can't let happen. This is just if CSULB isn't able to start getting some of these trades here, it's gonna be so tough for them to be able to win this map.
Another offense, different site.
Yep. Heading on towards the B site.
Where's the line of defense? I mean, they're just here
like
for
nobody's
free.
there.
And no AR inside of laundry. Jose says, "Oh, this is free. I'm gonna go up the back staircase, find first blood." And now the site is all theirs. The bomb's gonna get planted in the middle of the map. Flizzle's there for a nice little trade. 3v3 for the retake. 40 seconds now remaining. Hellboy on top of Spiral will be a trade. Again, coming off Flizzle, they're 6-3 now. 2v2, 30 seconds remaining. Prism Hunter has gone the longest route that you possibly could have on raid. Now they're on driveway. The map has been flipped. For everybody that would love to keep in mind of that, but Anakin 74U, not exactly the one that you want for that ranged gunfight, but Flizzle will fall. Headshot's gonna be good. Oh, no, the fifth player! The 5th player comes out from New Mexico State University. They have the jersey, and the trophy system finds the kill.
The 5th man. You guys are a fan of football. You guys will know about the fans coming in for Seattle. The 12th man, the 5th man this game is going to go to the trophy system. Man, I thought they took away some damage from that trophy system. The case there is it's able to pick up the kill from the nade. But man, like, what can you say? New Mexico, they just look like a well-oiled machine right now when it comes to search and destroy. Double 0-4 on the side of CSULB. And this has just been such a tough game for them so far. They really got to try to get their footing here in this round number 5. They got to pick up a round here. 1 against 4 looks a lot better than being down 0-5.
That setup's pretty normal, all things considered. You got Zinthos all the way by the cliff of the pool, but Prism Hunter will find Anakin. That's first blood. Those are by the middle of the map, too, so that could open up the lane. Zinthos actually makes their way all the way past bedroom. Flizzle is here, so we'll be able to find that trade after Hellboy took down Randy D. It's all Hellboy now. A 1v3 would be a technical 1v4. There's the opportunity. Yeah, you got the kill over towards A. You know that that's the only defender over there, given that Hellboy has been playing the white van continuously. What can you do here? Craig 6 included, up through the spiral staircase. Not a whole lot, but CSULB gold. Stop the bleeding slightly. Get themselves on the board with the round.
CSULB, welcome to the search and destroy. Come out looking a lot better there than they have this entire game. But I mean, is this a situation where it might just be too little too late, where they've come alive now?
We're gonna have to find out. I mean, there's one thing about search and destroy, and some of the best teams to ever do it, even up to the CDL, CWL, all the way to the past Call of Duties and all of the history. Got to be able to adapt and overcome. Perseverance, baby. We'd love to see it. 8-4 for Flizzle, 0-5 still for Randy, but maybe CSULB gold. This could be the momentum swing that they want. New Mexico State University, oh, they're back to their old ways here for this quick, sneaky little Planet A. Gioza, did he just enough? Did he throw enough shoulder? But they're going to know now. It's definitely the 8th player. It gets absolutely smoked the second that the head comes through. Oh,
that's happened to him twice.
Oh, Jose, unbelievable. 4v2 now for the retake to come on through, and Prism Hunter's going to hit through the open staircase, and oh, yeah. Oh, this round's all just over.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Baby Yoza, like, twice now he's been in a situation where he can stop the bomb plant there. I think he's known that there's been a player there both times and just chooses to play it passively, and it hasn't worked out for him either time yet. And I mean, this is just great Overwatch too from Oze to be able to pick up the first and then snap onto Randy D up in the top of the money window there. And just, I mean, great plays once again coming in from New Mexico. They gave CSULB some life and then just took it back away so fast.
It's almost like handing a kid a Christmas present, telling him that Santa doesn't exist. That's how that round almost feels.
It's
And
like
many other rounds.
It's like opening up a PS5 and then seeing a PS3 and a PS2 taped together. That's what that just felt like.
I would laugh at one more than the other, though. New Mexico State University looking to close out this search and destroy to go up 2-0 in the map count. It's best of 5 series. Good lord, somebody get Flizzle some help. They have more kills than the rest of their teammates combined. Gyoza, thank you. Finds a nice little 2-piece. That could open up things. Flizzle now looking to be a nuisance. Gyoza, oh, the timings and those peaks it with the Diamati. But it's going to be a 1v3.
That is classic COD timing. Zinthos now going to be left in a 1 versus 3, and this is just one of those situations where it's just a bomb plant is down, and there's so many people, so many angles that you have to check, and you only have 30 seconds to do so. So this is looking like this could be very well around for the side of CSULB here. It's going to be able to find the first, but with only 25 seconds left, this is going to be take a monumental effort for him to be able to close this round out, and not going to be the case as Prism going to be able to find a middle of the map. So 5-2, they stay alive for now.
Yeah, your head is just not even above the water. You are getting oxygen right now. This search and destroy is just over on the edge of almost falling over in the favor for Mexico State University. But again, if it comes down to these, I have seen full sales in the past on this very channel, on this very league. The help does come through as well for CSULB Gold. Flizzle getting wildly aggressive, finally getting some help with that SMG lineup. Wave Gyoza finding 2 in that previous round. Offense for New Mexico State University. Well, hell, I've worked 2 times. Why not do it a 3rd time? Wants to stay sight. Wants to be go down quickly. But Prism Hunter's here. Just peeks out, and Tiki is going to get away with their life. Their presence is already felt here. Randy's going to peek out. Oh, it's going to lose the long-range gunfight versus Zinthos inside a bedroom. That's going to open up the A site. The bomb's going to get planted. You're losing numbers. The bomb doesn't get planted, but Zinthos is still inside the bedroom. They're going to be able to overwatch the entire site, and the bomb may be dropped, but it's Flizzle left alive in a 1v odd situation. They won't be able to find another kill after finding the previous. In New Mexico State University, they go up 2-0 in the series.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the one player that you really want left for California State, is to have Flizzle alive there in the 1 versus 2. Fortunately for him, not able to pick up the round win. And I mean, like we were saying going into this, man, New Mexico look really damn good. That search and destroy was just a masterclass. Quick 6-2. And I mean, the only 2 rounds that they lost really were just like situations where they just got pieced early in the round.
Yeah, I mean, even though those quick trades that ended up coming through in succession, even having a numbers advantage, New Mexico State University, they do not care. They will just sit there in the middle of the map, hold those pesky angles, and Flizzle finally got some help. But just late there, 6-2 is going to be the search and destroy. You see it above our heads. We are already 2 maps in, and both in the favor for New Mexico State University. Able to win the crossroad strike hardpoint was not as convincing through the first set of hills, but damn, coming through that second set. The SMG lineup dropping 40 kills for Oze, finding first bloods as well in that search and destroy. Well, they probably had no business doing. Definitely seems to be a bright spot for this New Mexico State University esports roster. We're going to throw things to a quick break, but when we come back, more CCL Week 4 action between these 2 teams. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the CCL Bravo stream. My name is Proper. Joined with me is Cruz, and was the last match of the day in between both CSULB Gold and also NMSU Esports. If you have missed the first 2 maps, well, it has come up all New Mexico State University, and well, it could all come to a very unfortunate conclusion here, Cruz. Checkmate controls on the horizon for us, and well, we were sitting here just joshing with each other that they're both 1-0 on this map mode. New Mexico State University, their win is a little bit more credible.
Yeah, they got a 3-2 win over Arizona, which we all know the Wildcats are a great team as well. So a little bit more credible than the checkmate win for California State over top of Crimson, who is currently bottom of the pool. So definitely something to look forward to in this match. I think one thing I want to really state is I want to see New Mexico State continue to just keep their dominant pressure that they've had with their submachine guns. And I think the side for California State is they just really need to make sure they keep that top plane control. But so far, NMSU has had a fantastic start towards this offense. Already 2 ticks in A.
2 ticks on A, and California State University Long Beach are going to dedicate all numbers off respawn, try to keep this contested. It's just Hellboy around the corner, but the angles, you talk about playing control, it's all New Mexico State University, baby. And although the last laugh may come through for Flizzle, not the same thing to be said over by the A zone. Anakin's gonna try to stand tall, and we'll be able to do so. Good help coming through the middle of the map. Last second progress will end up being given up. Just 3 lives in between these two teams, but it's all gonna come down to the B zone with 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, and I mean, the one thing that you don't want if you're NMSU is you don't want to get put into that spawn trap. But I mean, they're doing a great job right now fighting to stay out of it after getting wiped there. They got, and I believe CSULB know that Anakin's the back of the spawn here. You gotta figure that when you got Randy turning around trying to pick the player out. But he's just going to be such an annoying player back there, just continuing to just take shots down. And what it really happens is now you got to send one of your players back there, try to shut him down, and it's not going to be the case. So luckily for them, they're able to clear him out, and now CSU will be looking to try to get some map control here.
When it comes down to control, if you're new to the game, if you're new to competitive Call of Duty as a whole, and control, if you didn't play much Black Ops 4, you're looking at win conditions. Time, lives, which side are we playing for, and for an offensive win here, you're not necessarily looking at the lives. It's going to come down to the zones, and 2 quick kills do come through, so now you might be able to find a little bit more map space to be able to start really pressuring out one of these win conditions. And what a good kill feed that is for New Mexico State University. The SMG is really coming online. Oze at 7 and 4 on the 2 spree for this life. Got to start sacking the B zone. First tick of progress guaranteed here. Second tick of progress might just come through, but it's Gyoza. Quick little 2-piece from the side. Will be quick traded on out by Hellboy in the next M4 in hand, but first tick of progress and some change is all New Mexico is going to be able to find off that push.
Yeah, only 1 tick coming in there, but they are set up to once again try to hop on into it. They're going to sniff Flizzle out, going to be able to drop him now. It looks like they're going to have 2 guys on this hill for now. It's just going to be Oze left there, but if they're able to get a stack onto this, these next 2 ticks are going to come through so fast. There's 1 already in, but Flizzle picking up a huge 2-piece, but will he be able to get there in touch in time before this closes?
Somebody's touching. Zinthos is here. Close gunfights are going to be good. Gyoza does find 1, but you got to get these players off of the zone. It will be successful. Randy D secures that with a nice little 2-piece. Jose is here, trying to finesse a few more players defensively, but now 45 seconds remaining. 2-6 of progress over by B. No respawns remaining for New Mexico State University, so this is your last push. Yeah, no respawns remaining for either of our 2 squads here. You got a lot of open terrain you got to work through. Big trades coming on through. This almost feels like a closing of a search. And this is round number 1. We got 27 seconds remaining, and now it's a 2v3. Randy is going to be able to find another one. Anakin SMG presence has been absolutely sublime through the crossroad strike hardpoint and the raid search and destroy, but what can you gonna really do here? You probably just don't want to give up the other kill if this ends up going down to round number 5. We'll touch it. 14.2 seconds remaining. That's an advantage. That's a very tough gunfight, but somehow wins. But that's around the corner, but they're able to find it. That kill is all they needed to close out the round. It takes a certain amount of stones to take that gunfight, young sir, but I just can't believe you took it and you came out on top.
Yeah, this is not the play of the game. That was the play of the round. Oh my god. Woo! What a way to close that out. You were absolutely not wrong when you said that felt like the closing round of a search and destroy. You don't really get those super hype moments like that in Control very often. Not at the end, that's for sure. But wow, 1v1 at the game, or 1v2, I should say. Able to close it out there. He just played that so perfectly, shoulders it, peeks back out. I can't believe he won the first one, let alone the second.
He had no business winning that first gunfight. He had a 7 mistakes.
I mean, the 74U definitely can be a jack of all trades sometimes. That gun is definitely ridiculous, that's for sure. We're going to be sticking back on board with Anakin. Start this off on a 3 streak, so trying to build his way towards some streaks.
Well, no streaks are enabled here for the CCL so far. A lot of the collegiate esports players are not really just so happy about that. Jose just burns through so many players. He actually takes down a teammate in the process. Will be traded on through. So 14-9. Remember, they dropped 40+ kills on that crossroad strike hardpoint, so yeah, miracles can be made. Dizzy Songs could be saying here. It's going to be over State University Long Beach again. Waiting for their respawns. They're trying to mount an offense towards one of these zones. It's trying to look for an A offense, but easier said than done when you don't have plane control. And Randy D, they will be there, but in this north lane, Jose is frying. Oh my god.
Oh no. 3
big kills. You had no business again finding that gunfight with the 74U, but the snapper is absolutely alive coming through for Anakin and Jose combined.
Yeah, and this is exactly what you don't want to see when you're on offense. You are stuck now in the back of the spawn. You're up in this top blue area. Anakin is still just going absolutely off right now with that 74U. Only 22 seconds and only 13 lives remaining as another 3 wipe comes in for the side of NMSU. And they are just they're just running over them in this control in this round right now. This is just exactly what you don't want to see on offense.
You know, all these kills going over. I mean, even if you did win that defensive round and it went to a round 5, could we just be looking at that for the guarantee that NMSU are just absolutely outslaying California State University Long Beach. Last ditch attempt, 2.2 seconds. Clock will be stalled out. Jose trying to finesse. Flizzle will take them down. We've seen some crazy times in offenses turn around just underneath 1 second. Not at 0.8 seconds. But here comes the cavalry for New Mexico State University. Last remaining player, and they're stopping the clock over at B. The lives are surely becoming the next immediate conversation if it's not going to be the clock. But Jose Diamati's not going to be good. Flizzle absolutely takes him down, but lives may not even matter. Who cares about a clock? Second tick of progress on the horizon. It's Anakin coming on through. Has some help from behind, but the progression is coming on through over towards B. They're stacking this. They're winning the gunfights. They're going to secure the B zone. Another 60 seconds onto the board, and they have been able to find a decent amount of kills. Now it's just 6 in between these two teams.
Yeah, Lifes is where this is really going to come down to the wire, though. But they do have a 3-stack right now on A, just trying to get it as fast as possible. Challenge going to come on through. Going to be able to find one. Gets the trade. It's Yoza inside the hill, but he's going to get contested once again. And it's going to get shut down. It's just going to be Prism Hunter here for a one-on-one, and they win the round. Oh, my God. Proper. These are two offenses that should not have won these rounds. What is going on here?
I said that you're already down if you're looking for a round number 5 to be able to win that previous defensive round. To win an offensive round on checkmate is sometimes unspoken of. And how many times have we seen offensive rounds happen on control? I don't care what map that you're on. Hell, we'll even go back to the beginning of the competitive season of Cold War when Moscow was still in the pool. And sometimes offensive rounds happen with 0 on the board. I've seen it happen. And it happens right there.
Yo, that was insane. Oh, my God.
California State University Long Beach, within the final moments of a round, find themselves a handful of kills. A strong defense here. Might just be able to come back in the slaves.
Yeah, it looks like Zinthos struggling a little bit here to start this game off. 6 and 13. He's really going to need to pick it up if New Mexico want to be able to pick this game up. But it's going to be him and Jose trying to get some top plane control here. And both of them going to fall as a nice 3-wipe comes in for CSULB. And they're going to try to push forward, get some map control here, and keep NMSU pinned in the back of their spawn.
It's so tough to win offensive rounds, not winning the first breakoff. You saw that happen from California State University Long Beach. They came down to some last-second heroics in their previous offensive round, and it's just what some of the biggest troublesome and some new nuances if you're new to control again. Always having these roguelike players, the SMGs, sometimes an AR, whoever's closest to the spawn, just pinch them their defensive members, and sometimes you find a kill and you offset their numbers, but it's not as convincing this time around from the side of California State University Long Beach. Numbers are here for New Mexico State University. They're trying to cross the middle of the map. 2-for-1 trade does come on through via Semtex for Flizzle to take down Anakin, but the clock's going to be stopped in 35 seconds over towards the A zone. Immediate gunfight. Jose one-handed with the Semtex in the left hand. AK-74U in the right primary hand is able to find a gunfight. They're on 4 straight, 26 and 15. Second tick of progress, plus the third. A zone secured for New Mexico State University. They're looking at 1 minute and 32 seconds to go work that B zone.
And life advantage now in their favor as well. I mean, it has been dwindled down a little bit since saying that. They had a 4-life lead at one point, now down to 2. But what it's really going to come down to is Anakin trying to win these fights in the top of the plane for top plane control, but he's not going to be able to get it. It's going to be Jose now, next player in for the side of NMSU. Going to be able to fight with punches them, then shoots them. You don't see that very often. But once again, though, they're getting shut down right now. But it looks like NMSU finally going to be able to get a little bit of control here and start getting some ticks onto this B site. With only 1 minute left, Respawn's not looking great in their favor.
Clock stopped at 1 minute and a second. Working this first take of progress. Big 2-piece comes on through for 2 members of California State University Long Beach, but it's Hellboy with an XM4. Pretty darn good and up close and medium range gunfights, but Randy D says, yeah, I can do that too. Does end up finding a hell shot or a nice little headshot on the Hellboy, but big trades coming on through. This is actually going to favor California State University Long Beach to try to find these kills to even things back up. It's just 2 lives in between these 2 teams, but a very persistent New Mexico State University New Mexico State, excuse me. He's trying to work this B zone, trying to find the kills. They get the first tick of progress. This SMG lineup is just continuously poking at your side. Jose, almost every other life, if not every life, is just good for 2. But so far, not so good. 30 seconds remaining for CSULB Gold to lock down a defensive side.
Yeah, but what they need to do is they need to make sure they get Oze out of their spawn, and it's going to happen now. So with only 20 seconds left, you got to think this one is coming down to the wire. We've seen some crazy offense finishes, though, so I'm not going to count anybody out yet. Anakin, though, missing a couple shots there, not able to pick up the kill. Looks like he's going to get tagged up and finished from the players of CSULB.
No respawns.
No respawns remaining for them, so... I mean, it is a 3v3, but somebody's got to get onto the hill. Not going to be the case there. CSULB going to take up a 2-1 lead here. This series might not be over yet.
I might really start standing up there at the end. I saw no respawns 3v3. I was like, man, this might just come down to another offensive round, and I was just really ready to spew out my coffee through my nose. I was just really not prepared.
What are you on today?
I'd rather not say. Even still, next round. With the defensive round here, if this goes to round number 5, this could come down to the numbers of which, yes, New Mexico State University Esports, they absolutely hold, given that Jose is at 31 and 21.
Yeah, I mean, they absolutely have had the outslaying so far. I mean, CSULB, even in their offensive win, they were able to hold on and really close it out with, I believe they only had 6 lives left in that whole time, to the side of, like, New Mexico, who had 16. So they definitely have the advantage when it comes down to that. So if New Mexico can pick off an offensive win here or a defensive win here for them, they can absolutely hold on and get another defense, which would be the best case scenario for them towards the end of this game.
This is a must-win map for California State University Long Beach Gold. Remember, New Mexico State University, they are up 2 maps to 0. I mean, this Long Beach roster, they are down bad, but what a swing of momentum it might be if you can close out of control here in offense nevertheless. But clock's going to be stalled out here at the B zone just for a minor time. But New Mexico State University, here on defense, they are just not pumping the brakes at all. Every single time that they have an opportunity to send a player towards the spawn, they are absolutely going to do so. Good kill from Prism Hunter, that given that Oze was on 5 straight again. 36 and 22 for them now. And yes, I'm absolutely just glued to that number on the screen. Down to 34 seconds is where the clock will be stalled out. Battle over towards the A zone will be Randy D is the last remaining offensive player here for California State University Long Beach. Now just under 30 seconds for a last-ditch attempt to try to get onto this A zone. Randy D, they still have belly of the plane control. We'll touch the B zone. It's a split offensive hit towards the A and the B zone collectively. So where do you put your numbers? Where do you divert this if you're New Mexico State University? You got to get these players off the A zone, but you don't want them to get too comfortable over by the B. But the kills are coming up for Cali State University Long Beach. Not again. There's more time on the board than it was for the previous round, but they're past the second tick margin for the A zone. You just might have to give this up given the lives here of New Mexico State University. They do so. The A zone will be fully secured. Another 60 seconds on the board for California.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's exactly what I want to see if I'm California State, is they're able to pick that up. It's exactly like what they did in the first round, but the change comes in from New Mexico. This time, instead of pushing 2 towards A and pushing 2 towards B, they decide to send all 4 towards B, chalk the A site, and they're able to get them off before they get the second tick in towards B already. So now with only 55 seconds left, New Mexico State definitely has a better chance of winning this defense than they did the last round after they gave up so many ticks onto this B for free.
2 quick kills do come through. Just a few pesky members remaining on this B zone. They will be dealt with. 30 seconds and counting on down. And you can see the way that New Mexico's playing this map. You cannot press too far forward. One good wipe, CSULB can just stack the zone and they can close out an offensive round. And, well, we're going to a raid hardpoint, baby. But those are starting to come through and no respawns remaining. I have seen this story before, but it is a 3 versus 13. And it's not looking too good. This might just go down to a round number 5. Oze is at 43 and 26. What the hell did this dude have for dinner? I want to know on Twitter. Hit my DMs, baby. But it's New Mexico State University that closed out the 4th round, setting it to a 5th.
I will say, whatever he had, I want for sure before the next time I log on to League play. If I could be frying like this just once in my life, I would enjoy it. That's for sure. But you got to imagine that New Mexico is going to be able to get the defense here. So as the side of California State, you got to just try to push out, do what you did in that second round. Make sure you get those ticks into A and just try not to give up so many lives this time. That's been the what's really hurt them in their offenses so far, is they've just been very heavily outslayed.
This New Mexico State University roster has faced a lot of tough teams, and they still have a few tough ones ahead of them. But this Oze fella, has 1.44 KD overall from the 22 maps that are documented on the website. Their respawn is just I need some ginger ale. It's making my stomach. It's just sick to its stomach. But it will be the defensive side for New Mexico State University. And you would think that that might be the favorite side. But California has looked pretty good on offense. Here's Oze finding a quick two-piece. First tick of progress was gained at B. The second will now be depleted. And Oze, they're twisted. They smell blood in the water here, baby. 4 spree, 47 and 27 for them. Well, pull themselves back. So a little leash on the wild beast that is this SMG player for New Mexico State University. There's an AR to also play with. Nice little quick turnaround for a gunfight for them. Now on number 5. Potential number 6 could be inside the plane. It absolutely is. Just making their presence felt. We're about to be under 50 seconds.
And they're doing exactly what they need to do right now. They're pushing on into the hill. They have that top control. They're pushing past even the plane now and just absolutely just trying to pick the players from the side of CSULB off spawn. Anakin gonna get turned around here. Not gonna recognize Yoza on the floor there. So, okay, he does pick him up. So, I mean, didn't recognize the player right away, but this is it's not looking great right now for the side of CSULB. They're down 3 in lives, but I mean now they're on the hill. They're gonna start getting some ticks in here.
Just give me Oze's perspective. I want to see how Oze is just re-entering themselves to this fight. All right, we're looking for plane control. We're looking for full-on elimination number 50. They have 36 OBJ score. Clock is being stalled here at 25 seconds. Shots are going to be good for number 50 and 29. Congratulations. I mean, you got 37 OBJ scored. That's more than 2 players combined on their team. 80 engagements in this match.
That's ridiculous.
Of checkmate control. I mean, for an SMG player that should be punished by ARs, it's not seeming that it's going to be the case, but work in the B zone. CSULB gold. We have seen some last-ditch attempts. The life's not too far gone, but other than Oze, I mean, of course, oh, you had no business winning that gunfight, sir. Oh my goodness, 52 and 30. 2 spree off this new life for them. Another one in front of them. Prism Hunter will cut them down. You got to stop the clock here. Just under 5 seconds. Inside of this best of 5 series, they will not be able to do so. In a round 5 where we traded offense for offense, it went quick to be defensive rounds. And boy, did a feast half having a 50 bomb on this map.
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed in him. He didn't pick up that last kill on the on the back stairs there. I don't know, man. Could have been better.
You could have done better.
Could have been 53, but instead he's leaving it with a nice 52 bomb. I mean, what? I mean, you can't ask for more from the guy. He absolutely played lights out throughout the entire series, let alone just this control. And I mean, just for the entire side of New Mexico State, great games out of them there, and that should help them towards the top half of this. They are now going to be 5-2 as well, so they're going to still be tied up with Colorado Frost for that 4th spot at 5-2 now. So not bad looking for them, as they played a lot of their tough competition so far. So if they're able to pick off some of these weaker competition towards the bottom half of the side, they absolutely look like they could be a top 6 team to finish off this split and head into the next split playing against those top competition.
Might just be able to be a top 4 team. I mean, Frost versus ASU Maroon, that matchup is actually happening on the Alpha channel, which is where we're going to be sending you next. But after we're done wrapping up this matchup in the day of competition that we have had here, you can see the best of 5 competition to close out just above our beautiful faces in between California State University, Long Beach, their gold roster, versus New Mexico State University Esports. They were able to close it out in 3. Crossroad Strike Hardpoint, first set of hills, very close, very competitive with the way that New Mexico State were playing the rotations, but their breaks were just too much to bear. The SMG presence, you had Oze dropping 40 plus, really tough to try to deal with on that Crossroad Strike Hardpoint. The raid, Search and Destroy, not very close at all, winning by 4, 6-2. Again, middle of the map was a playground and a half. The setups, the decisivity of this team of New Mexico State University was coming all the way through in the Search and Destroy, and then that control, I mean, that was very fun to be able to see California State University Long Beach have a breath of fresh air and being able to win offensive rounds, being able to swing just literally within the final second. Hell, it was 0.8 seconds when they were able to muster that offensive round, but they were not able to start the reverse sweep there. 3-2 University. Like you said, going to be 5-2 now as far as win losses are concerned in Division A within this Pacific region. But as far as the conference is concerned, there's still a lot of good competition. Like you talked about, there's still a lot of tough teammates or tough teams that they still have to face. Colorado Frost, ASU Maroon are 2 of those teams. But before we send it off over towards the Alpha stream, any final remarks for you?
I mean, honestly, not much. It was very decisive of a game there for California State, like we said. Oze just absolute going off in that entire series. Not really much else to really close out. I enjoyed getting to cast you for the first time though. Proper. It was a nice little treat here.
Yeah, nice to be able to bounce the brain. Say that's what happens. You have two colors put together, and me just going absolutely all goofy AWOL mode for play-by-play, and it creates for a nice mixture of a good time. On behalf of Sport on the back end, putting on a fantastic production. Thank you all so much. We'll be sending you over towards the Alpha stream, but just to recap the day again, started off with SIUE Black versus Madison University. 3-0. Then we moved over towards the Illini Blue versus CUW. Also a 3-0 with the Illini Blue taking that. Very convincing matchups as we closed out with NMSU Esports winning 3-0 versus California State. Long. Thank you so much. My name's Proper. That's Cruz. And again, on behalf of Sport and the production in the back, we'll see you all in the next one. We will be live again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on this very channel and the Alpha channel, which you are about to be put over towards, where again, Colorado Frost are up against ASU Maroon. It's a pretty good matchup. We'll see you next time.